Welcome back, investigators, to another creepy mystery. This case is the Watcher House. In June of 2014, Derek and Maria Broaddus bought their dream house. It was a beautiful 6-bedroom house at 657 Boulevard in an upscale neighborhood in Westfield, New Jersey. Just 3 days after closing the deal on their new home, the couple received a letter in the mail. The envelope was addressed to the new owner in handwriting that was both elegant and chilling. Inside, they found a note written on a single sheet of high-quality paper. It read, "657 Boulevard has been the subject of my family for decades now. As it approaches its 110th birthday, I have been put in charge of watching and waiting for its second coming. Why are you here? We'll find out." Before sharing this letter with the police, Maria and Derek decided to do some research into the history of the house. But when they went to the town hall to look up the address, they learned that there were no records available. Apparently, every record pertaining to the house had been sealed. And so they hired a private investigator who told them that the house was built in 1921 and had only had 2 owners since then. The first owner had lived there for 63 years, and the second for 17. But why would all the documents related to the house be sealed? It didn't make any sense. After receiving this unnerving letter, though, they had a gut feeling that they needed to find out everything about the house and about their mysterious letter writer. The couple contacted the previous owner, only to find out that they, too, had received a letter just before moving out. However, the previous owner never told the Broadduses about it. The letter writer was calling himself or herself the Watcher and seemed to know an awful lot about the goings-on of the house and its new occupants. Here are some examples. "Let the young blood play again, like I once did. I am pleased to know your names now, and the name of the young blood you have brought to me. Have they found what's in the walls yet?" All these letters were unsettling to say the least, but particularly creepy was the fact that the Watcher knew details about the new owners that they hadn't shared with anyone. He knew the make of their car and the names of their children. How the couple was terrified and never moved into the house. They contacted the police, and an investigation was launched. Detectives managed to trace some of the letters back to nearby locations, but no suspect was ever found. As time passed, the situation became increasingly bizarre. For example, someone started driving by the house at night and shining a bright light directly into the bedrooms of the couple next door. When the police were asked about this, they said that they could not investigate unless they had evidence of a crime being committed, which at the moment they didn't. In the end, the Broadduses had to sue the realtor and the previous owner in order to get out of the contract. So what happened next? Well, in 2019, after 5 years of trying to sell the house with no success, the Broaddus finally managed to sell the home for $400,000 less than they paid for it. To this day, the identity of the Watcher remains unknown. But if you ask me, I believe that it wasn't a single person who wrote those letters, but rather a group of people, perhaps a cult, which used the home for nefarious purposes. And as such, it wouldn't be surprising if there were things hidden within its walls. What do you think? And do you think the Broadduses made the right decision by leaving? Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't done so already, then be sure to hit that subscribe button, because I'm just a couple of subscribers short of hitting a major milestone. And as a reward for your generosity, here's an extra little fact about this case. You ready? Here goes. Remember how I said that the police couldn't do anything about the case unless they had evidence of a crime being committed? Well, it turned out that one of the letters had contained a small amount of an illegal substance. Although police were able to match the substance to a specific type of medication, they were unable to find out who the medication belonged to. That was the case of the Watcher House. And as always, thank you for watching.